Hello students, welcome to MDC Learning. Today we will start with the part 5 of chapter number 1, that is Human Resource Management for standard TY BCom, and the subject is Commerce 6 HRM. So let's begin. In the last lecture, we have completed with the job analysis. Even I have taught you about the what do you mean by job analysis and what are the types of job analysis. Correct? There are two types of job analysis, that is job description and job specification. We have learnt. Correct? I hope no you don't have a doubt till there. Let's move forward. A new topic for today, that is job design. And what do you mean by job designs and what are the techniques we can use while doing any of your jobs. A job design refers to integrating job responsibilities and a qualification that are required to perform the job. Job design matches the requirement of the job with human qualities required to do the job. It means it shows that a design is a technique which defines and construct all the needs of a job which is required by the employees to complete that task for an organization. For job designs we need a proper qualification, we need a proper experience. Without qualification or and experience we cannot do the job which is required by the company. So it's very much important to achieve that certain task. We need all such things to be there with us. A job design, it's like a process which we decide what are the content we used to do while doing the jobs, and what are the methods we required, while what are the techniques we use while doing the task. Then third one is, with the help of a job design we can fix the duties and the responsibilities of the job to a specific person. Fourth one, that is deciding the relationships between the job holders and the job superior or subordinates. Suppose you and me are there, so we both are taking a responsibilities while doing any of the job, because it is very much required to complete the task. We need a proper relationship be there should be no grudges between us to complete the task. So we should always be a friend, we should always be in a good relationships. So these are the things, these are the meaning which requires to complete the task, and this is known as job designs. As I said, there are two types of a job designs, that is traditional job designs and the modern, that is motivational job designs. These are the techniques which each and every corporate, which each and every organization do while doing the job. So these are the two techniques they're using, these are the strategies they are using, because they want their employees to be with them and to complete the task. They need their employees to be good humor, they need the employees to be intelligent, they need the employees to be a creative, ideological. They should be there, they should know their skills, they should have some of the qualities to complete that work. So with the help of this technique they understand which person or which employees has the strength to be in that, to fit in that department and complete the task. Clear? So these are the meaning. So these are the all five techniques of job design. So let's see one by one what are the techniques which we required. The very first one, that is a job simplification. In a word itself shows as a simplification. We are dividing a task into a different parts, that is known as subparts. We decide the task into a subparts and we divide them into the employees, because only one person cannot complete the task at a one time. Correct? That person need a time, and that would be a burden on them, because that task will be very heavy and the task require most of the efficient time and the skills. So what we do, just to simplify that job, we break down the jobs into we break down the task into a small group, that is known as subparts. Then divide the part of a job into the subordinates, into the subordinates. So what they can do, they can complete the task on a time, and because they know how to do that work, so they can do over and over on that thing, they can do a repetitive thing on such things. Clear? And why we do a job specification also, because the training cost, if I'm training each and every person one at a for a one task, if I'm training someone, the cost will be more. That's why, to simplify the things, I'll just teach them in a groups. If everyone understands that thing, so they can complete the task on a proper way, and there should be a simplified job should be there. Correct. So many of the examples is there. Suppose I am giving one example. If I am giving a labor to complete that task, and that person cannot do the task, वो नहीं कर सकता, that person require, उसको बहुत तकलीफ हो रही है. So what I am doing, I am dividing the task into group A, group B, group C, और हर एक को मैंने एक एक पर्सन दे के रखा है. So what will happen, अगर मैंने एक को काम प्रॉपर तरीके से देख के रखा है एंड प्रॉपर तरीके से वो समझ रहा है, सो माई टाइम और माई वर्क विल बी इन अ प्रॉपर वे, एंड प्रॉपर वे में होगा, प्रॉपर टास्क में कंप्लीट होगा, एंड देर शुड बी नो हर्डल, देर विल बी नो प्रॉब्लम्स while doing the job specifications. So I hope this is clear to all. Second one, that is known as job rotation. Very much easy and very much important. Every person get bored while doing the repetitive work. You cannot have a food at a dinner each every night. You cannot have a same dinner in every morning. You cannot have a same breakfast or a lunch. Correct. So in the same way, the employee get bored when he does the same work again and again for years. So that person needs some of the challenging task or a good task, or you can say a change task they need. So what we do, we rotate their jobs. Example, if the person is working in a morning, so we'll give them an evening or a night shift. If person is working in accounts department, we can shift the HR department, shift that person into a sales department, because the skills and the talent required is same, the qualification is same, and some other tasks are similar, or the different one. So the more challenging task I'm giving that person, because that person get more, the person get very monotony, because the person feel alone. If you are having a friends in our department, you can do, but you cannot do the task, repetitive task we cannot do. That's why we are rotating the job, and these are the strategies which the company use currently. These are the motivational or the modern techniques we are using, because we want our employees to be loyal with them. We want our employees to be in a good manner while doing the task. So very much important, the job rotation should be that it refers to the movement of employees from one place to another. Third one, that is known as a job enlargement. What do you mean by job enlargement? A job enlargement means refers to a horizontal expansion of a business. Correct. It refers to a horizontal expansion. We'll give you one example, then we'll understand the things. Example, you get bored while doing the one work. So what I'll just give you more tasks, including your current task. Suppose my task is to teach in a TYBCom. Every year I teach in a TYBCom these subjects, but sometimes I get bored. So what I can do, what the HR department do, they give you the more tasks because you feel very boredom, because you like a challenging task. So they are enlarging, they are adding more task into your existing task. It refers to a horizontal expansion of a business. Correct. I hope no doubts are there. And why we are doing job enlargement, why we are doing job enlargement, because it gives more rewards and awards, because it requires additional work and everything, and we may reduce our boredom and monotony to doing the things. So it's very much required. Correct. And sometimes it refers to bring a job satisfaction to some of the employees. That's why we want job enlargement should be there. And we feel like some of the employees may take a bribe because that like that thing very much, and a variety of the things may boost it inside the thing. That's why we need a job monotony or a job boredom should be there while doing any of the task. Clear? I hope this much is clear for you all. This is the third point of a job enlargement. The very fourth point, that is known as job enrichment. A job enrichment refers to a vertical expansion. What do you mean vertical expansion? See, in a job enlargement, what we used to do, I am adding one extra task into existing task. But in a job enrichment, what we all can do is, uh, according to Frederick Herzberg theory, it shows that In a job enrichment, I am giving you task, but I am adding more responsibility to you, because I think you are the best person and that job is totally suitable for you all. I am not giving any of the person the responsibility that may fail. That's why those person who is successful person or whom may I can trust, so I am giving them a particular task or a project, because I totally believe on them, and I think that person will really do the great job while doing the things. Correct. That's why the job enrichment should be there, because for a particular plan or a project, I am giving you the additional work, plus I am giving you the responsibilities also. Plus one more thing I am giving you all, that is freedom. However you want, whenever you want, whatever you want, you can do it. I am giving you the freedom, I am giving you the liberty to complete that particular task. That's why it's very much important to do the job enrichment in a proper way. And it removes absenteeism from the group, because I like challenging tasks, I like to do very much of the things. That's why we need a job enrichment. I hope it's clear to you all. This is the fourth point. And the last point, that is known as job flexibility. It's same, it's not same, it's similar as a job rotation. I am giving you the flexibility, I am giving you the freedom, I am giving you the liberalization. You can do any of the things, and the employees can design, the employees can design their own work. That can be their working environment, that can be their study materials, that can be their professional level. They can change however they want, and they can understand, they can follow the some of those formalities which is required to perform that particular jobs. Correct. So it's very much clear to each and everyone. I hope we don't have that much till here any doubts, and if you have any doubts, you are feel free to ask me. Do understand the topic first, then ask me. Clear? Thank you.